It's so bright in here, isn't it? Well, I told you I was gonna clean my storage room, and I ripped it apart last night and got my desk out, and not quite done. It's still a disaster. But now there's this open area, a little bit more open, and whoa, I gotta change the light bulbs in here. So I don't know if I told you, but over Christmas Day, we had no power for 6 hours. No electricity for 6 hours. Thank God. Thank you that it was a nicer day. Because I think the week before we still were in the like 20 below area. And Christmas Eve kind of warmed up a bit, and then Christmas Day, oh, at least it was, I don't know if it was 20 above, but it was a heat wave compared to what it had been. But yeah, so no power, which also means no water, because we're on a, private well, and the wells run from the electricity, and yeah, like, we're not hooked up to our county's water supply. But yeah, so it was very interesting, and my sons were all thrilled because they had this genius idea. We gotta have coffee, you guys. So my son got his little camping percolator pot, and my other son went and got a clean 5-gallon pail and was outside trying to find good snow. Clean snow to put in his bucket, and then they heated it on the stove, and then they made coffee, and my brothers came up to visit and have coffee, and it was a really good cup of coffee. But yeah, we made do, and we weren't really, my girls were supposed to come out, and they did come out, and probably not as early as they were thinking, or maybe as early as they were thinking, who knows. But yeah, we did have, it was a good evening. And then the electricity came on about 3, somewhere in there. Yeah, my neighbor was texting me telling me her husband's going to put the generator on, if we want to come down, we're welcome. And I'm like, yeah, that's what my husband's been working on, is getting his generator out of the box, which my brother told him to do like months before. It's not a big generator, it's just a little generator, but it will, when you need power or something, it will, add a little heat. But yeah, so that's crazy. It's a crazy day. What a way to spend Christmas. Yeah, but yeah, the sucky thing is the no water. That is probably the worst, is the no water. Yeah. Well, you know what they say, when you don't have it, then you want it. So, or you take it for granted because you have it, and I can understand that. So, yeah, I got so much work to do. It's not even funny. I could barely get over here. Yeah, it was like, a monkey would have, been a little more graceful, but I was just like, I almost broke my leg. I was like, that'd be great. That'd be great. That's just what I need. Broken leg. Yeah. So today, let's talk about the soap we're doing today. It's not a request, but it was a conversation I had with my daughter. I think just for the fun of it, she brought out her favorite ice cream because it was on sale, and it's I think it's a Kemp's brand, okay, and Mocha Mudslide is her favorite, and she just loves it. And I was looking at it, as I'm eating it, and I'm like, this would make a great soap. I'm always thinking, you guys, I'm always thinking. And yeah, so I was like, so it's not really a request, but it was kind of for her. And so I was like, I can do this, so we are going to make the Mocha Mudslide. Yeah. And it was a process. It seriously was a thinking process, and lots of forethought, and a 5-day pour because it took me that long, but that's okay. You'll see it all in the video. 3 things. Dream big. Be true to you. You are worth it. And I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen. So let's go check out this Mocha Mudslide. Into the soap. This was a chore. Like, this took some planning, like serious planning. So this is just a cold process. Little itty bitty soap I made. You might have seen the video already. I don't know. I might have cut it. I think I cut it out. It is actually scented with brownie. Is it fudge brownie? So it will get dark like that top or the bottom part. It will get dark, but like you can see, like the outsides are starting to darken, but it will darken up. And so I had to cut them all up. What a tedious job. Oh, should have cut it the long way and then hacked them, but whatever. These were my chocolate chunks that go into the soap, ice cream, whatever you want to say. And yeah, it was a process. It was a lot of thinking and planning and figuring, but I think I did a pretty good job. So let me see. This was probably basic 3. I don't know. And we used coffee latte from Brambleberry. Does not discolor, it says. I think that's what it said. I can't remember. But very yummy scent. Very yummy. Like you could really do a lot of things with this fragrance oil. So into the pot it goes, and this is a layered one. And I was really worried about my layers at first because I was thinking maybe I should have done it, split the batch and made one layer and let it set up, and because you don't want to break the plane and of the soap, but yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. So this is cappuccino mica. I'm like, is this cocoa? No, this was cappuccino mica. This is what happens when you have too many soaps in between editing videos. Ugh. And this will get scented with the fudge brownie. Okay. Oh my gosh. Did I scent that twice? Whatever. I gotta go back to my notes. I really do. Like, what did I do? Anyway, okay. Pay attention, girl. Ugh. Oh, I know what I did. We're good. Okay. Now, that's titanium dioxide, obviously, because I wanted it white. I needed some white. I needed some swirls. I needed some chocolate swirls. And it's going to be a bowl swirl. I will ruin it now and tell you it's going to be a bowl swirl. Just because that's what I had to do. Okay? Like I told you before, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. But it'll be a different bowl swirl. It'll have layers, and it'll have design, and it's still a bowl swirl. Wait till you see the tea soaps. You're going to be like, what? So really way up high because of those chocolate chunks. I just did 1.5 ounces of the white and 1.5 ounces. No, that's only 1 ounce. Whatever. I think that's what I said. Whatever. Of the chocolate. Okay. And then the chocolate goes, it gets half of my batter on the bottom. And it has to set up a little bit. Which it didn't do too bad. It was setting up, slowly. Gave this a swirl. Give it a really good, nice swirl. And impatient as I am, poured this on my spatula, and hopefully it didn't kill all the layers I have. See, you can see it sitting on top there, but yeah, don't want to break the plane because then it ruins the design in this case. And it is chunky, but it's supposed to be chunky. Now, will those chunks discolor? They are supposed to, but depending on the type of, if there's just a smidge of soap making it so they cannot get to the air, they're not going to discolor as much as they should, as much as I'm hoping they will, but we just have to wait and see. This is the titanium dioxide portion, the top of the ice cream, if you want to call it that. Like if you had it in a bowl and, all that jazz. But it has to sit there a little bit and till I can maneuver it. It looks so yummy, doesn't it? Like, look at that. Look at how it just pulls away from that other layer. That is just so, so weird. And my house is so noisy today between the phone and I actually silenced my phone because it was just noisy house. And a little bit of cappuccino makeup on top to give it a little pizzazz. We like pizzazz, right? Sometimes we like pizzazz, sometimes we don't. And then I reserved those little chunks just for the top. A little, I don't want to say candy, but, a little treat to go with the treat. And this was sprayed heavily with isopropyl alcohol, and it sat out for a little bit. And look at that. I know you've seen this footage before with the soda ash video. There is my new soap cutter. Why did I get a 1-bar soap cutter? Because I like the advantage of cutting my soaps. Because some are cut at 3/4 and some are cut at 1 inch and some are, you see where I'm going with this. And look at that. That is cute. And the soap cutter, they're expensive. And I don't have anybody handy, although after looking at this thing, I was like, I think my son could have welded this in his welding class. He could have made me one. But, girl, down below, you're too high. But for me, this works, because I can't afford to buy, 3 or 4 different soap cutters. And, that's what I went with. It was a decision, very hard decision to spend the money, but it was so worth it, you guys. It is so worth it. Okay, well, you saw my other setup, but this was yeah. So you see the chunks, they should discolor a little bit more. That white should hopefully whiten up a little bit more, although I do like the cream color of it. And, it does look like a Mocha Mudslide, and it smells amazing, you guys. Absolutely amazing. Like, this is as good as the ice cream. It will be. Look at that. So yummy. That one's got a lot of dark on there, but that's okay. That is totally okay. That works for me. And, of course, the fragrance notes, which don't do this bar justice. But there it is, the Mocha Mudslide. I hope you had a good time. Thank you for stopping by. And I really, really mean that. I really do. Thank you for stopping by. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.